if the zero of the quadratic polynomial are equal. So the information that they are equal is important. Then C and A have opposite sign, CB have opposite sign, CA have same sign, so on and so forth. So let's talk about what is given. So we have been given that alpha is equal to beta. The zeros are equal and the polynomial is x square plus not plus bx plus c, where c is not equal to 0. Okay, so you have a standard form. Now what is the relationship between 0 and coefficients? Because see, we have the zeros to be equal and they're talking about coefficient, so we have to relate them. That's your first clue, right? So what is the relationship? Please try to recall. Okay, so what do we have? Alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So we have alpha is equal to beta, so this is 2 alpha is equal to minus b by a. Okay, let's move on to the next expression. Just let's write, it's only 2 expression, let's just write. After that we'll start thinking. This is alpha square is equal to c by a. Okay, now let's start thinking. So let me make a note regarding why option dash is not an answer, not the answer. Okay, so let's discuss it this way. So let's pick up option A. Let's see if it's an answer or not. C and A have opposite sign. Is it possible? C divided by A will be negative. Why? If C is opposite signs, as C and A are opposite sign, is this possible? Or for C and A being opposite sign, is this possible, is my question to you guys. Right? C divided by A is negative. I mean, yeah, C and A can be opposite sign, that's not an issue. But C divided by A is also a square of a number. Right? Is this possible? No, na? Right? So this is not possible. As C divided by A should be a square of a number. C divided by A is a square of a number. Make sense? So option A is, no, we can't talk about option A. C and B have opposite sign. Well, relating C and B over here is not an ideal scenario because C is related to A, yeah, and C and B relating them is not easy. Okay, so let's keep option B aside. Let's look at option C. C and A have the same sign. That makes sense, right? C and A should have the same sign because negative divided by negative will be positive. Positive divided by positive is positive. And yes, that can be a square of a number. Make sense? So answer is clearly option C. Let's look at option D also. C and B have the same sign. So why not B and C? How will I eliminate B and D? Not C, sorry. B and D. How will we eliminate B and D? The reason is quite simple. The relationship between C and B is not easily, relatable over here. So relating C and B is, or relation between C and relation between C and B is not clear. Not clear from equation 1 and 2, right? From this two equation, it's not clear. From 1 and 2. So we can't decide on anything. So again, be clear with why things are so. Why is option A not an answer? Why is option B not an answer? Why is option D not an answer? Again, each option can be a question in some point of time. I can frame a question on each of this. right? If I have to take this as an answer, I can change the answer, change the question in such a way that it leads to this being the answer. So that's how you guys can learn things. I mean, that's how you should be learning things, not can, should be. The word should is emphasized. Okay, guys. Okay, now you guys can pause and have a look at the answer and write everything. This is very important.